All right, my pleasure-seeking babes. Welcome back to Desire Dialogues. It's your girl, sex coach Lauren. Let's talk about something we all deserved, but most of us never got, which is a real, honest, no bullshit sex education. Welcome to the podcast where we ditch the awkward gym class lectures and get into the juicy need-to-know facts about pleasure, body, and all the things that they conveniently skipped in high school. Because let's get real, if your sex ed experience was anything like mine, it was mostly scare tactics, weird metaphors, absolutely no mention of how to enjoy sex, quite a bit of abstinence, and STD. That's really what we got, right? So today we're fixing it. This episode is all about sex ed for adults because whether you're just starting your sexual journey, coming out of a long-term relationship, or just realizing you still have so many questions, because who doesn't, right? It's never too late to learn more about your pleasure, your body, and your sexuality. Let's raise your sex IQ, all right? First off, sex ed fails, okay? So what they never taught us, okay? Let's start with a little throwback on what we should have learned. First, pleasure is important. The sex talk most of us got was about STIs and pregnancies. But, guess what? Sex is also supposed to feel good. And not to be one-on-one. All right, for real this time. Most people can barely label their own parts, let alone understand how they work. Did you know that the clitoris has 10,000 nerve endings and its only job is to serve you pleasure? That is it. Did you know that the prostate is basically the male equivalent of a G-spot? Arousal versus desire. You don't have to instantly be in the mood for sex. Desire can be responsive, which is, AKA, it builds over time. Orgasms are not a one-size-fits-all deal. There are vaginal, clitoral, blended, prostate, nipplegasms. Yeah, baby, they're all real, and they all work a bit differently. So, it's time to unlearn, too, some of those, awful sex myths that we were fed. First, women take forever to orgasm. No, it is all about the right stimulation. And the clitoris is the main pleasure center, not the vagina. 80% of clitoris owners require direct clitoral stimulation to achieve orgasm during penetration or intercourse. Number 2, men always want sex and women rarely do. False. Libido is influenced by stress, hormones, emotional connection, and mental health, not gender. Number 3, bigger is always better. Yeah, you've heard that one too, right? Not necessarily, okay? Technique, chemistry, and communication are far more important than size, all right? If you just got a 12-inch dong, you don't know what to do with it, it's not really going to get you very far, all right? Number 4, lube is only for old people or people with issues. Oh my God, my friends, lube is sexual magic. It reduces friction, it makes everything feel better, and helps avoid irritation. Number 5, you should just know what to do in bed. No. Nobody's born an expert. Communication and exploration are so key here, as well as that curiosity. All right, so sex skills everyone should master, okay? So now that we debunked some myth, let's talk about what you should be learning as an adult when it comes to sex and relationships. First off, how to communicate about sex, okay? Instead of, I don't like that, you could try, I love when you do X, but I'd love to try Y instead. So this is when you use the praise, suggest, praise method. All right, so you start with something you love, then offer a suggestion, and then reinforce a positive. Praise, suggest, praise. Number 2, understanding your own pleasure. Okay, solo exploration is not just for single people. It's the key for knowing what turns you on. All right, and masturbation is the highest form of self-love and self-care that you could ever give yourself, okay? Also, if you've never used a mirror to check out your own anatomy, this is your sign to do it. Number 3, foreplay isn't optional, okay? Most people with vulvas need at least 20 minutes of arousal to reach peak pleasure. They need to be properly lubricated, right? Foreplay isn't just about getting to the main event. It is part of the main event. Number 4, how to navigate consent like a pro. So consent isn't just like a yes, no. It can be ongoing, enthusiastic, and really sexy when it's done right. So try, does this feel good? Or I love touching you like this. Do you want more? So I got a few listener Q&As, all right? So things we were too embarrassed to ask about, I got you. First question I got was, is it normal to not always be in the mood? 100%. Desire fluctuates based on hormones, stress, what's going on with your day, if there's any turmoil between the two people, right? Another one was, can I get better at oral sex? Absolutely. So you can experiment, ask what feels good. Don't forget about your hands, the tongue, the rhythm, all those things matter. The biggest one I get is, what if my partner and I have different libidos? More often than not, that's what I find. Everybody has different libidos, okay, right? Opposites attract. The thing is, finding that middle common ground is really important. Really leaning into non-sexual intimacy with a lot of compromise can really help. And communication is everything. That way no one feels unheard, no one feels, unseen. Really, really big deal. All right, my friends, outro. Here we go. Your sex ed homework. Yes, really. So, all right, my sexy scholars, class is officially dismissed, but your learning does not stop here. You got some homework, all right? So here's your homework. Go ahead and pause this, grab a piece of paper, and then I'll be right here when you get back. So for your homework, I'm going to have you answer 3 things, okay? So 1, look up an aspect of sex education you never learned about. You could try a new type of foreplay, explore some sex-positive resources, read or listen about different types of orgasms, all right? So 1 is to learn something new. I have numerous episodes about the different types of orgasms, different positions, and I'm sure you can find a lot of resources. Number 2, start a sex-positive conversation with your partner, with your friends, or even yourself. Number 3, experiment with something new, whether it's a new lube, a fantasy, a new way of touching yourself, a new atmosphere that you set for yourself to feel sensual, or even maybe a new toy, okay? Or just paying attention more to what feels good, all right? If you loved today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and send me a message about what you wish you had learned in sex ed. And if you're ready to go deeper, pun intended, totally, check out my coaching programs, all right? I can work one-on-one, and we also have a couple of courses for you. But until next time, stay curious, stay turned on, and remember, it's never too late for better sex ed.